Actually, let me do it right now. Hi guys, and start with your arms in the band and pull down. So as you pull in, let's do all our cueing. We're going to breathe in the nose and we're going to breathe out the nose. Now once you feel warmed up, we're going to add on a heel raise, up and down, up and down. You got it. And each of your toes has weight. So what we're doing is getting your calves as well as the band lats. And then you have a little bit of tone around your abs so that your low back doesn't get any more lordotic. And as you come in, we'll just take 5 more. We'll stay tall in the posture. Try to go all the way up. Good. And when you do the calf raises, your knees are long, so your height grows. And let's do one more so you get a chance to come warm up with this. Good. And then grab the band around the upper back. Let's say a bottom of the scapula is a good place. I like to catch more of this. Now I'm going to add a couple things with this after I pull up my britches. I'm going to add a little squat here with the heels. Now it can become bigger as you warm up. But if there is an issue and you need to avoid the squats, you certainly can do calf raises instead. And exhale. That's it. And exhale. All right, your neck is free. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Now, if you want to feel like there's some fatigue, like it's harder to do as you continue. So let's take 5 more with your exhale, pushing the elbows long on both sides. Sometimes one arm tries to not do as much work. Take 2 more. 2. And take 1 more. And 1. All right, wonderful. And then take the band underneath your heel and go out to the side, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this is the deltoid, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Notice there's no jaw tension. 17. Yep, just do the best you can. 18. If you need to abbreviate the range of motion for a shoulder, that is just fine. 20. Switch sides and go 20 on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good, 13. This is a good chance to practice the posture as well and the breathing. 15, so try breathing in the nose. 16, 17, I like how you're keeping the posture tall. 19. I'm going to give us a little stretch and then check to make sure that a client is getting the group link who texted me right before class, but I was with the client so I couldn't, so I asked Erin, so keep that stretch. Did you get to text her? Did you get to text her? Oh. And then add on the bicep curl. So stand on your heels, bend both elbows. There she is. Great. Okay, good. I'm glad he got to text you. I was with clients. Thanks. So I couldn't respond, but he could. Thank you. All right, 4, 5, 6, bicep curl. It works. 7, we're all here. 8, 9. Now, this is a really important muscle for picking up items. Shoulders are down the back. Hands are going towards your shoulders. Good. And this is a great place, again, to practice breathing in the nose and posture. Ear in line with the shoulder from the side. Let's take 3 more here. Really good. Wonderful. And then let that down. Now I'm going to have one hand off. Move the band a bit so you're going forward. Now, if this weight is too heavy because it's a longer lever, your arm is in extension right now, you can always grab a different band. And I notice I've got my hand here. That's so that it reminds me to keep my abs toned and not lean back to counter my arm lifting. Good. You might be fine without it. Sometimes I just like to check in at least once or twice, make sure it's there. You want your rings aligned, so clavicle, rib, pelvis. And take 3 more. You're tall. 2. And then this arm's going to come out. You'll step on that band. I do like to stay on the same side so the vector's the same. So if you're on your left arm, your left heel is what's holding the band down. Your wrist should feel pretty stable or neutral. Good. 6. You're breathing continuously. On these asymmetrical moves, you're making sure you don't rotate your body away from the working arm or limb. You are square. So it does work on the core a little bit in addition to the shoulder. Good. Make sure you give yourself the tension you need to feel an adequate resistance. Take 3 more. And 2. Wonderful. Now the same band or one heavier you can put behind your upper back. And I'm gonna catch the extra like we did earlier. Catch the extra. And go into, I'm going to show a couple things, go into a breaststroke. Now exhale, so you may have to catch more or less band, so make adjustments. And then if you would like, add on a heel raise, knees long, calves, and this is really important for blood. This is the blood flow return to your heart, having strong calves, and it's really important for balance muscles, for balance. Good. So we need those calf muscles to be strong so that our blood pumps back up to the heart well. We have a good return. It's the second heart of the body. Good. Now, up, there's a momentary balance at the top. Try to go the other way now. So watch, the arms are going to go narrow and then wide. And 2. Sometimes you have to change up your band so you can lengthen the elbows. 4, reach. 5, 6, that a girl. All the toes get weight. 7, building your ankles. 8, 2 more. 9, and then 10. Wonderful job. Now we're going to take the band. Actually, grab a sip and then we'll do a tricep press. So we're going to take our band overhead. And one hand's holding that band at the low back. So push your elbow up for the back of your arm, the tricep. 4, good. And look at Betty sneaking in the calves. Why not? Calves are one of those muscle groups you can do. Most days of the week you can do it. We need them to be strong. Good, unless you had like a really visible, noticeable soreness, but you can work calves. All right, 10 more. Also, this is a good one to make sure there's no tension in your neck. A little bit of ab tone, pulling your ribs down. All right, 5 more. This is a really important muscle to prevent hip fractures, because if you fall, this is the muscle that tends to catch you when you put your arm out. So it's really important to have it strong. Now this arm takes it, this arm, good. All right, here we go. So at first you can start, let me grab more band, with your elbow lengthening. And if you want to add on those heel raises, good. Tall, 6, good. 7, make sure you're not leaning. 8, head is back. 9, you're doing great. 10, lift up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Awesome. Now we're going to go down to the floor. So if you have a heavier band, you may want to grab it. And I'm going to encourage you to go down without using your hands. So I'm coming down without using my hands. Good. Woo, nice. Look how flexible. That was wonderful. Grab your dynaband around your feet. Cross the band. And then I like to walk the hands pretty close to the feet so that as soon as you start pulling, you've got tension on the band. So this is back muscles. You know, we like the strong back muscles. You're sitting upright. If you ever have trouble sitting upright while you're sitting on the floor or the hips feel tight and you feel rounded, you can always put a little pillow underneath your tush. Good. Look at that parallel jawline. That's wonderful. Take 10 more. Pull the elbows past your ribs if you can. Good. Exhale. 5, 6, 7. You're doing great. 8, 9. Awesome. Now what we'll do, just kind of give yourself a release, a shake. We're going to turn to the right. And you're rotating and you're pulling your elbow past your rib. So we're going to alternate, and you're going to try to feel in your own body if you're rotating the same amount. Exhale. Good. Exhale. Exhale. You got a good feeling of symmetry on this. You want to feel like your non-dominant arm is doing just as much work as your dominant arm. It's really easy to have one arm stronger than the other, up to 10%. So we're trying to even that out. And take 4 more total here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let that go. Grab a sip. You know, we try to shoot for about 8 ounces in the class. And when you're ready, normally a slightly lighter band or medium helps. So I had a heavy one on, now I've got a medium. Wrap the band around the feet, cross that band like an X, and put your elbows very close to you. Open up your forearms to the side while your elbows stay glued. And you want your spine tall, you're in line with the shoulder, looking good. I've got on some aloe socks today, but but I'm spreading out my toes. So if you would like one more cue, spread out your toes, and that helps keep the feet flexible and the arches strong. So you can spread out the toes. Ideally, you have space between your toes. All right. So we're doing a few things at once, aren't we? And take 3 more, 2 more, and then 1 more. All right, I'm gonna give a little space, uncross the band. So now the band is equal on either side. I like to put the hands in these if you have the tubings. It's very comfortable. The main thing is you're pulling back and just above the floor. So the floor is not in our way at all. Your exhale pulls the arms, and you feel your lats and you feel your abdominal stabilizing, and you feel your triceps keeping your elbows long. Pull and resist the band. It'll pull you back quickly if you weren't paying attention. So you want to feel like you're controlling. Good. Everyone looks good, the band. You're tall. Exhale. Pull. 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 This is going to be 5 more. Pull. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. So take a sip if you'd like, and then come back. And then I'm going to turn to the side so we can do one of 2 things. Now, you could hold on to the tubing and do a bicep curl in this long spine, or you could hold on to the handle and lean back a little in an ab crunch. And you could do biceps plus the abs. You want to find out what's going to work for your body. So if you have osteoporosis, you'll stay upright and you won't do this flexion. If you need it easier, lower your elbows. If you need it harder, lift your elbows. All right. So take 10 more. Carrying muscles. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then come up for a moment. I want to sneak in a stretch because it's so important for posture. You can sit however you want, lift the arms, and then add a rotation. Inhale, open. And exhale, add a rotation. And then gently come back when you're ready. Long legs. This is going to be a rear deltoid. Let me sit exactly facing you. So you're seated tall, and you're going to open your arms out, kind of like you're hugging a tree backwards, or you're making a letter T that is the arms are slightly lower than your shoulders. So this is rear deltoid. There's a little bit of a scapula. And Jean, you can put the band in your hand. Do you have the band around your feet? Yeah, grab the band around your feet. It'll make it a little harder. So I've got the band around the feet. Now resist. That was an exercise too. But this will work a little bit better. There you go. All right, squeeze. So this muscle is important for preventing rounded shoulders and to keep the shoulder healthy, because the front part of the shoulder, anterior portion, gets used so much in daily life. So we have to go after the back, or there's an imbalance. And take 3 more. That a girl, Jean, that's it, 2. And then let that go. Now I'm going to do a different stretch. I'm going to sit like this. You can sit however you want. One way is to put one hand on the ground and then take the other one over. If you need more, you can add on your hand across. Just find out what works for you. Now breathe into the rib cage that we have high. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe in, try to breathe in through your nose the whole class, whenever you can in life, really. Maybe not during max exercise, but see if you can breathe in through your nose more. It helps regulate hormones as well. Helps immunity. Now we're doing a little rotation. Now this is going to be the other side. So I'm going to show 2 ways. One is that the hand could be on the floor. Another is that the hand could cross and catch the other knee. I want you to find out what's working for you. Good. Now breathe in through your nose. If you find breathing through your nose difficult, it does get better. So just do the best you can. And it will get better. Unless there's some injury, like a deviated septum or something. But barring any injury or something like that structural, that should get easier. Add your rotations. It's really important for back care and energy. Good, and then gently come back. Great job. Now we're going to add in a little core. So without your weights, you're going to do a forearm plank. Let your elbows come down. And we do like to touch base in the weight training class of our core. So let your toes go long and your forearms on the ground. Now if this is too difficult, go to your knees. But I'm going to do a count to 30. And if you need to take a break, you can, but please try your best to do 30 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Now your pelvis is down. Your legs can be long on the ground. This is Sphinx, or if you want, come up to a swan and hold. Feel your abdominal stretch. Feel your upper back get open. This one's so important to maintain an upright posture. Now breathe fully. See if you can breathe in your nose like we've been working on. Breathe out your nose. And now relax. We're going to do an exercise without the hands for the back, just to complement. This is still core, so lift. So your arms are kind of like they're a rocket ship. Lift your torso, lift your toes. Now your belly and your ribs might be on the floor, but otherwise you're trying to lift everything for 10, 2, 3, building our back strength. 4, 5, so important to have a strong back. 6, you're doing great. 7, there's a natural little lift up and down. 8, 9, 10. And then when you're ready, push back to a child's pose. This motion alone is good for the back and the shoulders. Really good. And then take a sip. We're going to be standing up, and ideally we're going to stand up without using our hands. So I'm going to kind of get the bands out of the way. And then you're going to stand up without using the hands. So you can put a foot in front of the other. Ta-da. And then grab a couple hand weights that are between 3 and 7. Go out like a T. And I'll kind of wait for us to join up together. But if you had trouble getting off the floor without using your hands, just count how many touches you have to use, and that number will get better. That's a really functional fitness test. Also, getting in and out of chairs without using your hands and without plopping onto the chair is another important fitness challenge you want to give to yourself daily. Good. So right now, everyone looks good to me. You look like you're using your shoulders and you don't look like you're tense in the neck. There's a little slowing down we can add on to the arms. You got it. So the next 5, we're going to do a little more slowing down, which is also called work in the negative. Two more. One more. You got it. Now I want to just stay with it. So 1 in the front. 1 in the front. You got it. 1. Now it could be that you imagine you're walking with your arms like a mummy, long arms, long arms. Good. Forward. And what you're doing with your core is you're keeping your body the same. You're not letting it rotate, even though only one arm's lifting. So this is called anti-rotational exercise, when you do a one-limbed movement, but your core muscles keep your torso aligned. Good, and they're not leaning and you're not rotating. So even though you only are doing one arm, your core is working to keep you aligned. Good. Make sure you're not leaning. Good. 4, you're upright. 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to just open up the feet a little bit. Take a hammer curl to here, and you notice how there's a nice little balance, and then you're going to push. So you're going to lower to here, and then we're going to hammer down to here. So it's going to be a combo move, which we know combinations are good for neuroplasty, especially when you're exercising. Combinations, coordination, memorization, patterns is good for neuroplasty. And I'll share more of that in this upcoming newsletter on resistance training and how it helps the brain so much. All right, bend. Thank you, Betty, for sending me article. And lower. Notice it's 2 moves. The other thing that you're going to notice is that when you're lowering your elbows, they're not swinging behind you. You have control. Good. I think you can see the sun is just now coming over the mountain in our backyard, and the juniper trees are making a decoration on the wall behind me. Good morning. And take 4 more. You feel how your abs have to help you when your arms are overhead? It's the same when you're in your kitchen putting something on a high shelf. that abdominal tone helps you protect your back. So feel it here. That way you've got it when you are in functional work. And up. Good job. Nice. Now I'm going to give you an option here. Either do calf raises, whoops, calf raises, or if you can do squats, do squats. So I want you to choose what you need. And one neat little trick to lower your blood sugar is 30 minutes after you eat a meal to do about 10 to 15 squats. And so if you've been struggling with that, this is a neat little trick, or a 10-minute walk. Good. So just moving your muscles helps you. And you want to feel like there's a scale under each foot. You would be evenly weighted. And it's okay to do calf raises if you need to. If you're struggling with hip pain or knee pain, go ahead and do calf raises instead. Let's do 2 more. All right, we're going to let this go. You did great. And I want you to do a one-legged balance just because it's so functionally, it's important for functional fitness to prevent falls. So this is called tree pose. If you feel like you can, lift your arms. So I thought we'd do tree while the junipers are popping on the backyard with the sun. Now it's called dynamic balance. I'm going to have us move our hands together, go down the midline, and then lower the foot. Good job, that worked. Lift up your other foot, catch it if you want up high. Now this could be your tree, but if you're feeling good, go up. Good, this is really important to prevent falls. This is a very strong predictor of falls if you cannot do this, so we are doing it, right? One-legged balance. Now the dynamic part, try to lower your hands together at your heart and put your foot down. And now just think for a moment, appreciation for your body. We're going to breathe in that appreciation. We're going to exhale everything out. We're going to breathe in loving appreciation for all that our body did and all our mind did to get here. Sometimes we can be very hard on ourselves, so this is a moment just to give appreciation. All the things that your body did. And we'll take a moment to notice how it feels, to have given attention to breathing through the nose, to give our muscles strength, balance, and bone density challenges. And we'll keep this intention of body appreciation,